Photo booth chat. It's your girl Maya. So I'm on my own YouTube page right now because that's what I like to do. I just feel like the tides are shifting right now in the world and the earth, whatever. I realize this, right? With life, there's two ways that you could perceive life. I'm reading right now two books at the same time because I need to be mentally stimulated. And one of them is called The Master Key System, which was written over 100 years ago in 1917, I think. And its principles are just so powerful. It's crazy that this book almost got forgotten. Now it's coming back. It's a really great book. I feel like it should be required. This is the other book that I'm reading called Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, which I am just surprised that I did not know about this man before. But yeah, so in each of these books, so this book is actually a free PDF, the Master Key System, and it's a free PDF online because I think after like 70 years of someone's death, their work becomes public like property. So it's free online, but it was such an amazing read that I went ahead and purchased a physical copy because I go back and read it so much. So I just was like, I need a physical copy, and this one also includes a bonus book, Mental Chemistry. But I say a lot to say this. I don't remember which one of these books that I read this, but it gave me an epiphany moment that I want to share with you guys. And that moment was pretty much so there's two ways that someone can interpret life, right? I don't even think the book said this. It was a line in there that inspired this thought. There is the one way to observe, to experience life, which is the observer's way, the person who experiences life through what they see, through what they observe with their physical eyes, through what's going on physically around them. That's one way of, experiencing life. And then the other way is the one who is more spiritually inept, the one who kind of feels their way through life, the ones who are led by their intuition, by their higher self, that experience life through their spirit man. The crazy thing is about that is that if you were, for example, born, because one of the books was saying how as a child you just accept what the parents are giving you. So if you are born into a family that say your parents experience life more so through their physical senses, but you were maybe born as one who experiences more through the spiritual gifts and things like that. Then there's a period of life that you go through where you are transferring from that physical learned behavior to that spiritual, innate, intuitive experience of life, right? And maybe nobody in your family gets it. For example, I think I was born to two different ones. Like, I think my perception is my mom is more of a physical, that observer experience, and I think my dad is a little bit more of the spiritual experience. And I actually like that. I think it gave me two really good a balance of just perspectives. Like, I feel like, yeah, you could be spiritual. I feel like one needs the other. One coincides with the other. It's all one. Like, you can't just being too physical or just being too spiritual has their downfalls too. So it's great to kind of meet somewhere in the middle where all of your physical body, your spiritual body, your emotional body, all of the needs are being met. So that's what I think is the happy medium. But yeah, I feel like that perspective helped me a lot to understand people more too. And it's like not everybody has to change to believe the way you believe. Like some people are here just to be more of one thing than another, and that's just their gift. That's just the way they experience life. I feel like in relationships, it's important to have someone that balances you out. But yeah, I just thought that was a super interesting thought, a little blurb, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. If you guys get these books, let me know what you think about them. They really were game changers for me, especially the Master Key. This one I love especially because it was taken from his journals and he lived 1800 years ago. His concepts and his words are so valid. And one part my cousin was like, that part was rude. It's like, he had so much wisdom. And I don't know, I love the way he wrote himself. It like inspires me to be even a better writer and better expresser of my thoughts. Or like, for example, okay, after all, what is it that you resent? The fact that people aren't virtuous? Recall the notions that rational beings are on this earth to help one another, that tolerance is an aspect of justice and that people don't deliberately do wrong. Remember also how many people spend their lives seeing others as their enemies, suspecting them, hating them, battling with them, only to be laid out for burial and burned to ashes and put an end to your resentment. Do you also resent the lot that has been assigned to you by the universe? Refresh your mind in the disjunction, either providence or atoms, and arguments proving that the universe is a kind of community. Remember that once the mind has become detached and knows its own power, it stops mingling with any spirit that's in a disturbed state. Will you be diverted by fame? Focus on the speed in which everything and everyone is forgotten, in the infinite temporal gulf that stretches before and after a lifetime. The hollowness of applause and the haphazard fickleness of those who appear to speak well of you, and the narrowness of the place where fame is confined. The whole earth is just a speck. How tiny is the little corner of it where you reside? How many people will be here to praise you? What kind of men will they be? So then remember that you already have a little estate into which you can retreat. Make it your priority to not get agitated or tense. Better to be your own master and look on the world as a man, a human being, a citizen, and a creature. This man blows me away. Like, I think I'm in love with him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this man looks like, but I love him. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I've been up since 6 a.m. It's 10:29. It's my time to go to sleep. Have a great night. Also, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and comment. Yeah, let's join this community, grow this community. I love coming on here, talking to you guys. And I'm going to go hard even if one person watches my videos. I'm going to just keep going hard because one person matters.